Wait for me, hold me like you'll never let me go. Like Mr. Rogers. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Hi, Lasati! Yay! Yay, the most important person is here. Hello. I never know how much I can count on the little counter thing at the top of how many people are here. So I was just figuring I'd keep singing until somebody showed up. So hey, welcome. Yay. All right. So welcome everybody to another weekly sacred pipe ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and as I am setting up my little altar here, I'll be talking about what we're doing. So if you don't know what the sacred pipe is or why we smoke it, then hang in there. All right. So the sacred pipe, or the chanupa as it is called, you might know it as from a different name. You might know it as the peace pipe in old westerns and such. But that's the chanupa. That's the sacred pipe of the Lakota people. Is actually the most sacred medicine object of the Lakota people, and everything else revolves around the pipe. And so um, the story goes that 19 generations ago, it was a time of great doubt. Hello. Oh, I can't read Amadium Moratario. Amadi? Can I call you Maddie? I don't know. Um, I'm awful trying to read the words, the email addresses and stuff of people, or the monikers. Um, so the times were rough. There was drought. There was famine. The people were starving, and they had come together at one camp. Like they came to camp together. Oh shoot! All right. I was afraid I forgot my tobacco. Which should I? Whew, we would have had to do something different tonight. But I did not. It is here. Actually, I've got some spare in my drum bag. So the people came together to camp to help survive, but at the same time, coming together only in a way made things worse because it was a lot of infighting and conflict and all that kind of thing that happens when people are starving, right? And um in survival mode. And so the chief gathered his two best scouts and sent them out to find game, said not to come back until they found game, until they found where the buffalo were. And they went out. I guess I wasn't gonna tell the whole story, but apparently I am. Um, and so they went out, and after a few days of looking for game, they got up and they looked across the prairie and they saw this woman. No, they saw this white buffalo calf walking across the prairie toward them. And as this calf came closer to them, they saw it transform into this beautiful woman, this maiden, and she became called White Buffalo Catwoman. But she came up to the two men, and one of the men was had very lustful thoughts, wanted to make her his own. And so when she got up to them, she waved him closer, and he was like, "Oh boy, here's my chance." And but as he got close to her, um, this whirlwind kicked up, and all of a sudden they were shrouded in smoke and dust, and it lasted for a minute or two, and then when it dispersed, it was just the woman standing there, and the bones of the man were laying at her feet, bleached as if they had been there in the sun for years. And when she turned to the second scout, and who had recognized that she was a spirit being, and um, she told him that he was very pure of heart and to return to camp and tell the chief that she was on her way and to prepare a place for her. And so the scout went back, told the chief exactly what happened, and the chief had everybody strike their camps, take down the individual lodges, and put them all together into a huge lodge that could hold the entire encampment. And so they stayed there for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, and finally on like the third day, White Buffalo Catwoman appeared at the door, and she was carrying a leather bundle. And she walked in and she walked around the perimeter of the lodge 7 times before stopping in front of the chief, and she offered him that medicine bundle wrapped in deer leather, and when he unwrapped it, there was the very first sacred pipe, the first chanupa, and it was shaped the bowl was shaped like a buffalo. It had 12 eagle feathers hanging from it, and so she spent time with them, teaching them how to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner, the significance of the pipe, how the uh, the stem of the pipe is the divine masculine, and the bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. So that when we put the pipe together, it's all of creation. It's the yin yang, the masculine, feminine, the light, the dark, the hard, the soft, all in one. And so just as we put the pipe together, it's about bringing everything together, right? Men and women, all different races of humanity, is about uniting. And deeper than that, it's not really about bringing things together that aren't connected. It's about becoming aware of the connections that have always been there. And so she taught them how to smoke the pipe, and then she gave them a total of 7 ceremonies that all of which revolved around the pipe. Because like I said, it's like when you put the pipe together until you take it apart is one giant prayer. It's like I said, it's the yin yang. This is all of creation. This is basically holding the universe in your hands, right? This is church. And so when we put the pipe together, it's the divine presence. Um, where was I going with that? And so that is why it's the center of all the other ceremonies, because it is the presence of Great Spirit. It's the presence of Creator. And so when the pipe is joined, every thought, every prayer, every intention is amplified exponentially. And so every prayer you say, every thought you think gets sent straight to Creator. No lines, no waiting, no filling out in triplicate, just boom. Um, and I was raised Catholic, so I know my way around ritual and ceremony. Um, and this is the most powerful and profound ceremony that I am aware of, that I know of. And so, um, it's such an honor and privilege to be able to share it with other people. It's so special. It, um, and it's such a part of me and my life that I can't imagine not having pipe ceremony in my life. So, um, and so even today we still continue to smoke the pipe because just like that story I told, our world today is divided and there's conflict. And so we smoke the pipe again in recognition of the unity of all life, of all beings, of all of humanity. In fact, if you know, if you know what the medicine wheel looks like, the symbol, it's like a hoop with like an X through it, and there's the four different colors: red, white, black, and yellow. Um, Besides other representations, those colors are the four races of humanity, right? Housed under one sacred hoop, connected yet distinct, right? We're not talking about homogenizing, doing away with culture, traditions, or whatever. It's like each individual um, important as part of the spectrum of humanity. So at least that's the perspective from which I smoke my pipe. Um, and so the idea is that when we take a big puff of smoke and we just draw it into our mouth, we don't inhale it because the smoke is a blessing meant for the spirits, not for us. So we draw it into our mouths and then we bring up our prayer. I like to think of my prayer in my heart. And then as I breathe the smoke out, I'm breathing that prayer out with it. And the smoke carries that prayer to Great Spirit. So that is kind of the idea behind it, the symbolism and the visual. And sometimes I like in all things, especially like ceremony, spiritual matters, intention is everything. Um, 'Cause there are times I go on this vision quest. Um, I haven't been on it for a couple of years now, but I go pretty regularly, and it's usually at the end of summer, so it's like high fire season. We're out in the woods. Um, And so we're not allowed to have fire. I can't actually smoke my pipe, but I can still load it with tobacco and I still will smoke it without the flame. I'll breathe in the tobacco and breathe it out. And it is just as powerful without the flame. And the benefit of that actually is that that tobacco stays in the bowl until I can leave that place, go someplace where I can have fire, and then I can smoke the pipe. And it's like everything I prayed, all the intentions that went into the pipe before get released again. So it's kind of a twofer. But and one of the things I like to do is when I'm there, because I'm such a visual person, I know the smoke isn't necessary to carry my prayers to Great Spirit, but that visual really helps, and it's such a whimsical, joyful thing. I learned how to make it even more whimsical. And when I know that I'm not going to be able to actually smoke my pipe, I'll bring bubbles with me. And so I will take, without lighting my pipe, I'll take a big draft off of the pipe, and then I'll blow it through the bubbles. And so the bubbles will carry my prayers to Great Spirit. It is one of the most magical things to be sitting in the middle of the woods, middle of nowhere, at twilight, the sun's hitting that golden pitch, and these bubbles are going out, catching the twilight sun, and just bobbing between the trees and stuff. It's magical. So anyway, so that is the pipe in a nutshell, why we smoke it, that good stuff. And the reason I do these videos, I started doing these videos at the beginning of the pandemic because I wanted to give people in this unprecedented time of the unknown and uncertainty, I wanted to give people a regular rhythm of safe space to come and experience peace or serenity, to feel that sacredness and to connect to spirit, which is more real than anything that's physical. Um, and seeing as the world has gotten even crazier now, I continue to do these as a way of, as a rhythm. I think of it like the dolphin surfacing to get air, right? It's like to get air, and the air they breathe in is what allows them to dive and take part in their watery world. And so every Wednesday we've got this. It's like coming up for a breath of fresh air to connect to spirit, connect to creator, to breathe in that blessings and that light and that love to creator. And then that's what carries us through the rest of our week, right? So anyway, so to give you an idea, I noticed my phone is getting low, so I'm hoping that it will stay alive long enough to do the actual ceremony. But just disappeared, it's because my phone uh, gave up the ghost. um, but to give you an idea of what's going to happen, just so you can follow along, the first thing I'm going to do, in fact, I'll do that right now, is I'm going to set sacred space. I was talking about sacred space. And what that means is I'm going to drum and call in, welcome in the elements and the spirits to hold sacred space around us, to hold a vibration of love and light around us, so that we can personally let go of our armor, so that we can open up to receive. You can't receive when you're all closed up, right? You have to open your heart in order to receive the blessings from Creator. And so we have the spirits that come and hold that space around us so that we don't have to. And that's what I'm going to do now. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us and you're living your life. Wow. I don't know if you notice the difference. I always do. If you watch my videos that for any length of time, you'll notice every time I set sacred space, it's followed by this huge sigh because I can suddenly breathe again. I didn't know I couldn't breathe, but all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize I wasn't. All right, so the next part of the ceremony, I'm gonna light some sage. I got some sage in my smudging shell, and I'm gonna smudge myself. I'm gonna send some smudge your way to clear your energy. And I'm gonna smudge everything on my altar in front of me. And then I'm gonna raise my pipe and I'm gonna say a prayer asking permission to smoke in this place at this time. And then assuming the answer is yes, that's when I will put the pipe together. and then I will take 4 pinches of tobacco, and I will say prayers. That part I do out loud, so you'll hear that part. But I will say some prayers, offerings to the various spirits, and put those 4 pinches into my pipe, into my bowl. And then once my pipe is filled, White Buffalo Calf Woman, who I just mentioned earlier in that story, she has been one of my main spirit guides for almost 20 years now. And it is probably the reason why I do this, um, not surprisingly. And she taught me a song to sing. She gave me a song that she requested that I sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. And so once my pipe is filled, I will sing that song, and then I will light the pipe, and then what you'll see next is in silence. But what you'll see me doing is take a big puff of smoke, and then I will aim my pipe at one of the directions. I'll go around the circle, and then Father Sky, Mother Earth in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up to Creator. And then I'm going to hold the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart, say a silent prayer. Then when I come back, I will probably need to relight the pipe at that point. But then I'm going to take a big puff of smoke and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And that is a blessing for you. And through the magic of the holographic universe and the internet, that blessing will come through my camera, through the ethers of the holographic universe, and out whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. So that's where you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions, or just open up as far as you can to receive the blessings that are already yours. Okay. And then I will continue to blow breath blessings for prayers and intentions of my own, for prayers and intentions of others that ask me to pray for them. I actually have a little book. If you ever have something you would like someone to pray for to help turbocharge prayers, I have a little book. All you need to do is you can email me or contact me through my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. I will put you in my book, and that booklet stays in my tobacco pouch, so it is always on my altar. It's always all the prayers and intentions in that book are always on my altar when I do pipe ceremony. So they're being reissued every time. And I do a special out. At some point I will blow big puff of smoke at the pouch to carry all those intentions to Great Spirit. So um, let me know, right? So then I'll continue to smoke until it feels complete. And then I will raise my pipe again to say another prayer. And that second prayer um, is usually comes out in light language. If you're familiar with that, it's kind of the same thing as speaking in tongues. The 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 words won't make any sense to you, so don't try to use your ears or your mind to try to make sense of it. It's not about making sense, it's the vibration that those sounds carry, so listen with your heart. And then I have a song I sing at the very end, and then I'll take my pipe apart, and usually I'll talk for a little bit afterwards, depending on how much time there is, but seeing as my phone is in the red, I'm just hoping that it will last until I finish the actual ceremony. So thank you again for joining me. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me, and um, to have people willing to take an hour or so out of their busy schedules to sit in silence, to sit in prayer, sit in sacred space, to recognize what is really real, right? Um, because it's the unseen world that creates the seen world. Everything in the seen world started in the unseen world. The unseen world is more real than anything here, because everything here is temporary, temporal of time. And so everything in the physical will at some point disappear, but you never will, because you are a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. Your humanity is temporary, but your spirit is eternal. All right, let's do ceremony. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Wow. Hold, please. Hmm. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magic Swiss, and Waboos. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers. All our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors. May all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. Tachama katatai, tamamao, talakatai. Araha hana mahokatatai, tamalahana hawapapai, tana katabahu, karahe ha tamalabaho, tapakatabai, anamaha, hahu tapakatatai, tamaha, ho papatapalaha, naha, takatabai, tishu pupadikatai, namaha tapa ha hawapaho, talahakatai, tasamaha tamaho, talahala Talahai haha Omalabahai Pakatahai Yamanapo Shakatapaha Animaho Papai Talangana Hamaho Tai na Haha Katapapai Tabaho Katapai Tapahai Tapahai Aham Ihi Laihi O Ihi Laihi O Ihi Laihi O Ihi, 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 laihi, o. Ihi, laihi, o. Ihi, laihi, o. Ihi. Ow. Ooh, ooh, ah. Oh, before I forget again, a fellow pipe carrier taught me this, that when you're done, you empty the ash into your hand and you squeeze it, and then you blow it away, and then you look to see what you can divine in the pattern. I don't know if I see much, and I'm not going to say what I see, so it's up to you. See what pattern, if you see faces, if you see beings, if you see animals or plants, and then ask yourself, what does that mean to me? What is the message? So, and I don't like to say what I'm seeing, but I don't want to sway people. Well, hello, Thomas. I'll be with you in a second. I see it. I see the face of a. Okay. Thomas, my friend Crow is here. I always bring extra food. Introduce you, Thomas. He he grabbed the biggest piece of bread. Put over there. And he's taking it to the river to soak it, to dip it. Anyway, so I don't know how much time I have left. I am at 3%. So I just want to thank you for joining me. I'm sorry I'm kind of rushing things tonight. Usually I'll talk for another 15, 20 minutes or something, but my phone isn't going to last that long. So um, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. There's all kinds of good stuff on there. It's a good resource if you need guidance. I have readings on there. I have all these videos of ceremony if you need to chill out and just sit in sacred ceremony for a while. And there's stories and songs and different things. So check it out. Share my videos, like my videos. That helps other people find me. Um, and if you enjoy my stuff, would like to work one-on-one with me, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. You can sign up for sessions with me for readings and healings and teachings. Oh my. Um, right through my website. And I also do personal, like one-on-one mentoring and anything else. Oh, and if you wish to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, and if you got something good out of tonight and you want to reciprocate, energetically. I have my PayPal and my Venmo links in the description. And anything you give is met with such gratitude. Hi, Jack. Got Jack, my little sparrow friend too. So I'm gonna go before my phone dies. So we need to release that sacred space, those spirits who so lovingly held space for us. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Oh, all right, my friends. See if we can end this before my phone dies. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll join me next week. Until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. A wonderful week. Go shining. All right. Bye now. We did it. Yay.